evening, beautiful beings of light. Welcome to the Crone Zone Conversations with the Ancient. My name's Priscilla, and this is my buddy Heather.
Hi.
And you know what? I just love that music. And we actually have the artist and the lady who also wrote the music. She's going to be on our show on November 21st. Or is it December 21st? December 21st.
Yeah,
yes, it's going to be our last show before our holiday. So that'll be fun. Hi, Akila. Hey, Jenny. Welcome, ladies. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Our second show on Becoming Crystal. And I think there might be a third one. I haven't decided. I have to discuss it with Heather because I think we're missing a little bit on how to get there.
I know that I did put in the notes
what it is, but we haven't really talked about how to get there. And we're not going to talk about it tonight really either because there's so much more.
Isn't that what I put at the end? How to get there?
Yes. Okay. Yeah, the information's there. It's just
there's just so much.
Just so much. So if you guys didn't see it, our last show, last Tuesday, it was the first one on how our carbon bodies are going to be crystalline. And please go check that out. And also we had Wisdom Seeker Joan on Saturday, which was brilliant. And if you didn't get a chance, please go back and see that because we actually were talking about some things that have been bothering, well, Joan and I for sure, and other people that I know that our minds aren't working as well as they used to. It doesn't seem like. I'll just put it. Anyway, it was a great conversation.
We're not in dementia. No, we're not there.
No, not that. I think it's actually astrological in a lot of ways. So we're going to talk about carbon to crystalline bodies and everything in between today. But before we get there, please go like and subscribe this video if you don't mind. If you haven't already, please help us get to 1,000. Anyway, let's let Heather do her cards.
Okay.
Tell us what's going on in the cards.
Well, this the first thing isn't too unusual to us because this is supposed to be yellow with some other design in here, but of course with the background we have, it's really not showing. But anyway, we have the power. But the only thing that gets in the way of it is our own confidence. No joke.
Our lack of confidence, for sure.
Yeah. So while we're still struggling with our lack of confidence to have all the power that we do have, our spirits are saying, keep the faith, baby. Just keep going. Don't let that lack of confidence get you. Just keep going. And our human part of us is telling us to follow our intuition. So they're saying, you've got it. Go with it. Go with it.
We got this. Go for it.
Keep all your thoughts up where they belong, up in the higher realms of vibrations and stuff like that. Because
that hasn't been very easy the last couple of weeks.
No, it has not been easy to do that. But if you can get there, then your union that we are normally with those on the other side and on our side, that union of our thinking back and forth together will be there. We just need to keep everything up. And none of these cards, they are so true that our lack of confidence is getting in the way. And we're still trying to keep
imposter syndrome. That nasty imposter syndrome is always getting us. I'm getting more and more confident all the time with my guests because of the practice sessions.
Yeah. So
that has just done wonders for me. So we're going to talk about becoming crystalline, changing these carbon-based bodies into crystalline bodies. I don't see that happening in my lifetime, but it'll be really interesting to watch, I think.
Some of us have been, though. I have actually seen pictures of people with their hands and their fingertips are glittery.
Oh, isn't that cool? I want to be glittery. Like the vampires in whatever that movie is. I don't know. Mike is talking about where the vampires were all glittery. Yeah, that sounds like
Crystalline.
I love it. So our bodies are going through changes as part of the ascension process the planet and humans are experiencing. It's actually universal wide, I believe. As carbon based beings, as discussed in last week's show, the first step in 3D ascension is to align and develop our light body. The Egyptians called the light body a Merkaba. Mer meaning light, Ka meaning soul, and Ba meaning body. They believed this was the chariot of the soul. And for years, before I even read that, I've used this when I'm out working on the world. I sit in the middle of Mother Earth in a Merkaba and just spin unconditional love and unity consciousness.
It's
So I
good
think
practice.
that's really interesting. They call it chariot of the soul. Anyway, the Egyptians called the light body our Ka, or light body double. The light body includes energetic aspects, chakras, auras, meridians, and light organs. The light body mirrors our physical body in almost every way, except there's no 3D physical aspect. It is energy or light that mimics the 3D body. Our goal in 3D is to heal our chakras, cleanse our bodies, and live as healthy as possible. When we are self destructive, eat unhealthy, lack exercise, or live a spiritually void existence, it throws our light body out of alignment and prevents it from developing properly. Makes
Mhm.
sense. I'm going to take that down.
And when our light body is strong and whole and in alignment with our physical body, then we can move into 4D. And when we're moving from 4D to 5D, it's the union of light body and physical body. So it's where we get to choose which way we want to be, or at that moment. So in 4D, we unify our opposites and become one. And this includes the light body and the physical body. Those two aspects of ourselves merge together in an internal alchemical union. And when the light body is developed and in full alignment, we begin to slow die off of our physical matter pod. And so we don't need it, so it just kind of dies off. And this is the death and rebirth phase. And when the light body is fully formed, we no longer need our physical bodies. And when we move from 5D to 7D, this is strictly a light body. So once we pass the 50% mark, where most of our form has become light body and the physical body has mostly passed, we are
How does
considered.
that even look? I can't
Huh?
even imagine how that even looks. How can you do half and half? I guess we'll
So,
find out in 5D.
uh-huh. But we are considered to be in 5D when we are more than 50% there.
Right.
And in this phase, the light body is in form and activated.
From 5D to 7D, we're mastering our light body and letting go of the remaining physical body. The light body is a physical body, but it is much less dense than the 3D body was. We become masters by the time we reach 7D with a perfect light body and no remaining 3D body. In 8D, crystal body, when we have our full light body activated and have moved through to 7D into union with Source, then the Kundalini reverses from the top of the crown and returns to the heart chakra. The crystal body is the next phase after we have our light body or Ka body. When the Kundalini reaches the heart chakra, it begins a golden process of turning the entire body to crystal. Woohoo!
Because everything works better. The energy of the light body is put under a great deal of pressure and stress. All of our weaknesses are prodded. All of our temptations are tempted. And we are truly put to the test. Do not mistake this for a shadow mastery that occurs in 4D, which is also an intense testing period of initiation before 5D. So this whole
I think
process.
we're all experiencing that right now.
Yeah. So this whole process of extreme pressure catalyzes our transition to the crystal body. One cell at a time, one light body is refined and mastered, our bodies. So it's called crystal because the light body is in perfect alignment like the structure of a crystal. Beyond 8D, if we're in 8D, we become truly interdimensional beings with many superpowers come at this point because we cast off our chrysalis and become a butterfly.
I love that.
Mm-hmm.
The rest of ascension after 8D takes place in the heart, with additional chakras opening there. The goal is to bring all the chakras into our embodiment here on Gaia. Each additional chakra opens around the heart, forming a lattice within and bringing more and more special abilities and mastery forever and ever. Wow, that's pretty amazing.
Mm-hmm.
So last week we discussed the first two light bodies, and that was the golden spiral, which is the geometry of the universal physical body. Through it, all forms of life throughout this universe evolve physically into their next dimensional expression. The next one is the golden octahedron. The luminous heart is the next light body. The coherence of our universal spiritual body is maintained by the rotational spin of the golden octahedron, transmitting the frequencies through which your universal expressions are sustained. Universal expressions, you know what that means, right? That means other fractals of you out there in the universe.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. The luminous fifth dimensional heart is a frequency transducer providing assistance for the transformation of the human mind into full cohesion with the intelligent multidimensional heart. So there's more about those two in our last show. If you want to go look at that, that's episode 300, I believe.
Mm-hmm. And then we have the blue diamond crystal and blue heart. And the blue diamond crystal is the geometry of our luminous, multidimensional mental body and home to the purity of our fifth dimensional blue heart star. We act with So we act with emotional intelligence to experience integrated manifestation. Our heart is running things. To be clear about what we're manifesting and why, we must understand multidimensional co-creativity. All of our universal expressions are manifesting, each in their own worlds, all of our fractals and stuff. And every decision each part of us makes has an impact on our human life on Earth. We're connected.
We must ask ourselves, who is feeling this way? From which dimension are you? Become aware of which expression of our being is active in a particular situation or experience. In other words, we're able to communicate with those other fractals out there, however gazillion there must be of me somewhere out in the universe. Oh my God, that blows my mind.
Unless you pull them all back. Because we were told we could do that too. But unless you've pulled them all back, they're out there.
How could you pull other fractals back in if they would only go back to our higher self, wouldn't they?
Well, didn't David say that you could pull back fractals that you had out there to be part of you again?
That's a different thing.
Different fractal. Okay.
That's a different type of thing. And that's a whole different conversation.
Okay.
Anyway, work with this part of you listening to the story unfolding. Rein in our human self and take control of our earth plane experience to gain access to our multidimensional emotional body. That's just mind-blowing to think that you could do that. What kind of energies are we radiating that can be disruptive to or inhibiting our highest good? Our multidimensional emotional body directly connects us to the integrated manifestation occurring throughout our universal expressions. Coherently, integrated manifestation concerns the highest good of all of you, understanding the ramifications of every intention each part of us makes for the rest of our being. Our entire being is co-creating physical and non-physical realities simultaneously. Yeah, I'm co-creating peace and love. Frustration in this matter is a sign of progress, not defeat, so don't give up. Keep seeking why as a multidimensional answer. What part of me needs to become present on the earth plane? When and how?
I was going to say, when you keep saying keep seeking why, what do kids do? They're
Why?
constantly
Why?
asking.
Why? Hey,
We can't
Garnet. Hey,
we
White
just
Dragon.
can't answer
Welcome.
them, that's all.
Crazy, isn't it?
If you're manifesting in the fifth dimension, humanity is currently having a fifth dimensional light experience while being embodied in a third dimensional world. Now you think that's confusing. Anyway,
But we are,
the
aren't we? I mean, all the
I know we
all
are.
hitting the
Yeah.
planet from the
And
sun
that's
and all
because
the
some
other
of us are more in
energies.
the fifth dimension than the third dimension, but as a collective, I think there's still most of us are in the third, but some of us are moving. The electrical energies of the fifth dimension are fluidly penetrating the electromagnetic constraints of the third dimension and creating confusion, distress, and even havoc.
Oh, shit. Hey,
So this is
Laurie.
this is really important. So I'm going to repeat it twice. Okay. Direct confrontation and hard approaches to this evolutionary experience are unhelpful. So confrontation with it, no, don't want to do that. What you want to do is embrace the tender and open-hearted energies of the luminous fifth dimensional heart in order to move forward. So I'll say that
Well,
again.
that makes sense. It's like let shit go that's no longer serving you. Just let it
Correct.
go.
So
Yeah.
confrontation of it and hard approaches to the evolutionary experience, that's not what you want, because that's unhelpful. What you want to do
Well,
is embrace the tender and open-hearted energies of the luminous fifth dimensional heart so that you can move forward.
that's beautiful. The fifth dimensional heart's intelligence is greater than human experience and can ease the confusion, discomfort, and disorientation occurring as the third dimension feels like a void. Amen. Living
Mhm.
within the fifth dimension brings ease into our life as we embrace the neutral energies that avoid drama, release fear, awaken generosity, and nurture peace. Yeah, all of those. I want all of those. The fifth dimensional emotional body runs on understanding, unconditional loving, and respectful action. Yeah, I like all of those things. It is creating a new bell curve of multidimensional intentional action that resonates throughout our being because we're all doing this. I love it. Understanding is a state of being. Music, a spiritual transmission, supports the experience of universal coherence. Living in unconditional love increases the ability to perceive multiple realities. A culture of oneness is facilitated when multiple perspectives are appreciated and engaged. Universal consciousness.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So through respectful action life, we're affirming choices are and we are consistently made. Our choices are consistent. Unconditional access to technology and natural resources are unquestioned in a peaceful civilization. And this energy wave of the fifth dimensional emotional body is a frequency generator for the awakening of the luminous heart. So humanity will ride this wave to build a new civilization of peace. This isn't going to be fast, guys. It's going to take 5 generations, starting with the current one, to enable.
That really grabbed my stomach when I read that. It was like, dang.
It's not going to happen fast. But think about it. You have each generation is a little bit more progressive, and it's going to take 5 of them to get there.
Well, there's already 3 generations in my family, so 2 more is not that many when you think about it. Right?
But
When
it's
you have kids and
current one.
grandkids, that's 3 generations.
True, but they were saying with the current, I wonder what they mean by the current one. So anyway, it's going to take 5 generations to entrain an evolved humanity capable of living in peace with Earth, solar system, and galaxy.
That
The
makes
Earth,
sense, really.
our Earth wants our unconditionally loving company as we reside upon her. Through our 5th dimensional emotional body, we will see our life through new eyes, with true respect for the lessons of our life experiences.
We become fearless, open, accepting, understanding, aware, compassionate, and humble. I wanna be all those things.
Mm-hmm.
Be gentle in your healing, be tender in your living. You will find grace. I think we've all talked about that on many occasions that we have to do a lot of self-care because the work we're doing is tough.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't come here at an easy time, and we're the
And we're always saying, speak
first
your truth.
wave, really.
Yeah. So you want to speak your truth. That's being open, understanding, being aware. But we don't push what we're saying on anybody. We're humble. We're not pushing.
It's for entertainment purposes only anyway.
Yeah.
Hey, Lark Kemper, you're right. Love instead of being right. Keep your ego in check.
Exactly.
Absolutely. Okay, the next one we have is the pink stellated dodecahedron. Okay, wait a minute. Where'd it go? Okay. The pink stellated dodecahedron sends the frequencies of our intentions throughout our universal expressions for manifestation. It is the intelligent delivery of our co-created desires within universal harmonic resonance through which new realities manifest. I'm still back on, I want to learn to communicate with the rest of me around the universe, to be able to do that. I mean, that just blows my mind. I'm still way back there. We embrace our we embrace our physical enlightenment. As of December 16, 2009, the cell walls of the human body begin to crystallize to receive 5th and higher dimensional transmissions linked to the activation of the universal auric field. What happened December 16th, 2009? I don't even know. Do you? The human body is now connected to the multidimensional crystalline matrix through which higher dimensional frequency waves travel. To the matrix that's around the earth? Is that how we've got turned on to it? Amazing.
And second, the order, symmetry, and cohesion are the hallmarks of a silica-based biology into which humanity is evolving. We're getting there. In order not to physically die during the transition from the 3rd to the 5th dimensional world, our body has to crystallize. Couldn't take all that information. Our universal etheric body is the vehicle through which our physical form is crystallizing. Through it, our expansive multidimensional blueprint is being imprinted upon the physical matter of which our anatomical systems are composed. That's what it's made of. The crystallized human body is focused, ordered, and directed so that it can receive and navigate through higher electromagnetic frequencies.
What are we being blasted with right now from the sun all through this solar cycle 25?
And it affects you depending on where you are,
Mhm.
time and frequency-wise. Humanity's universal monadic auric field is the interlocking electromagnetic matrix that allows for multidimensional healing to upgrade the physical mechanism that is what we call our human body. So view your body as an electromagnetic machine learning to function with the integrity of galactic life force. This is a brand new experience of physical human existence.
I guess we'll be watching from the other side.
Well, you and I might be, but there's going to be a lot that aren't.
Learn how to consciously communicate within your expanded electromagnetic matrix to utilize multidimensional frequencies for healing, manifestation, and to experience multidimensional joy. What is multidimensional joy? How cool is that?
That must be joy.
I don't know. You're able to engage your etheric ability to map quest your consciousness. Whoa. That's pretty deep. Map quest your consciousness. 8. This is the process of physical enlightenment that allows us multidimensional access through our physicality. Although crystallization can feel initially confining, our universal electromagnetic matrix can consciously take us anywhere throughout the universe. There is great freedom within crystallization. And that reminded me of your remote viewing and how you jump time when you're remote viewing. It's kind of like that, like on steroids, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I'm all over the place. I don't even know it. I'm just jumping all over.
And you go through different dimensions? Aren't you in different dimensions?
And
Yeah,
timeline.
that's fascinating.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really fascinating. Okay. Then we have the green octahedral matrix. Through the green octahedral matrix, our physical form is evolving into a silica-based biology. Our Earth star modulates incoming higher dimensional frequencies to create ease and reduce the painful symptoms of this difficult and physically taxing process. Your etheric body serves as a double, terminated crystalline receiver. Excuse me. Let me say that again. Your etheric body serves as a double terminated crystalline receiver, transmitter, and amplifier, serving your entire monadic auric field. Oh, say that 3 times.
I'm sorry. Somebody's trying to call me and it's important. So I had to say, I'll call you later. So anyway. So we're talking about the crystalline human, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The crystalline human is a fifth dimensional being whose physical body resonates with the part and participates in multidimensional universal awareness of existence. The fifth dimensional worldview of the crystalline body consists of a complete balance in the kingdoms of nature, the byproduct being harmony. It also consists of an inherent understanding of what it means to live harmlessly, yet interdependently upon each other. It requires the understanding of the meaning and purpose of a life form in order to respectfully participate with it. And its purity, clarity, balance, and harmony are the functional hallmarks of the evolved fifth dimensional human being. No heroes are necessary in the fifth dimensional world. There's no need for them. And although individuals may choose harmony, they cannot save the world. The civilization collectively must make this choice. And as
I think
conscious,
that's why I'm sorry, but that is why it's so important that we send love and light to the collective, love and healing to the collective, because it takes all of us.
yeah, it can't just be the majority, it must be all of us in order to do it right. And as conscious receivers of fifth dimensional realities, you are here now to light the way and chart a realistic course, to the development of a new civilization of peace. Civilization.
I can't wait. I may not be here, but I will witness that.
But if it's going to happen, we need to
Like
do
that's
our
what I wanted my entire life, world peace.
yeah.
And I know that most of you out there feel the same. As ascension continues, the physical body begins its transformation to a light body. Changes made on a cellular level, adjustments from a 3D carbon-based anatomy to a 5D crystalline-based form. Allow your body to gradually assimilate and absorb the increased light of awakening. Our light body, our Merkaba, is the crystalline bridge of the fifth dimension, the Aquarian age of wisdom and divine love. The goal is to create a universe of cooperation, not one of distraction, separateness, and division. Awakening, expanding our spirituality are all part of the ascension process to align more purely with our divinity. The path of greater awareness, of unity consciousness. As the rays upon the planet contain great energies of such, energetic spiritual upgrades to assist humanity on their journey to their true self. A journey of remembering who we are is the needed awareness to facilitate our awakening. Awakening is the inner knowing that we are all one with all. Ooh, that gave me chills. Ooh.
And we are.
Yeah, but wow, what a trip we're on, right?
Exactly. Can you imagine all the changes that we are going through when they get to the higher dimensions, the 5D or 7D, what they will be going through, the kinds of changes they're going to be feeling?
I can't even imagine. But no matter what dimension it is, it sounds like you still got stuff.
You got stuff.
You know, you're still shedding those onion layers, even the higher you go. So, but at least fifth dimension is about love and light. Yeah. I'm not ready to worry about 6, 7, and 8 right now. I'm only concerned about fifth.
But I have a feeling our layers are thicker. Their layers are going to be thinner.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Interesting, isn't it?
Yeah.
You guys, if Allie Martin doesn't get hit by a hurricane, she's going to be on Saturday night. She's going to join us. So keep protection around her and her husband, just in case
And
they
the
have
surrounding area so that everything is still working.
Yes, yes. That's always nice to have everything working. We come from hurricane land, so we know a little bit about things not working. So we had a generator. Anyway.
Everything always worked for us because of the generator.
So I think next week let's do is it your week to remote view, or do we have one more week before you remote view?
We have one more week and then I remote view.
Okay,
and
so
look, I already picked where I was going to go. So hold on for a second while I look.
Can you tell me the date? Can you tell me the date?
I will in just a minute.
Yeah, when you pull it up. Hey, Amanda, how you doing? Yes, Lark, I have noticed it. Let me start some of these comments while you're doing that, because I really like that. Don't worry about it being late. It's all right. You can always watch it some other time when it's convenient. That's the nice thing.
And this material is so heavy that you really do need to go back. You're not going to touch it this time.
You do. And that's why I think I want to do a third show on what we need to do to get there.
I actually had 12.3 as the remote view, and that's the Lost Colony of in the Roanoke's.
Oh wow, the Roanoke Lost Colony. That's cool.
But there's plenty of time for both a third show and the one that you said?
I think so too. I think
So
so
which one do
too. Let me out there in chat land. Let us know what you think. Should we do a third one on how to
how to do
approach
it?
how to
Instead of just
approach
telling you about it, tell you how to
important
do
to
it.
me? Let us know what you think.
Yeah.
I love that you're going to review remote view that lost colony of Roanoke. I remember reading, learning about that in school, and I was always really curious about what really happened. And if anybody can figure it out, it'll be
That's
you.
I'm gonna be asking about it.
Oh, that
So,
is so cool. I love that.
so,
Exciting, Heather.
so there are so many places people want to go. Sometimes it's really hard. And I go, okay,
You should see
where,
Heather's list.
where do you want me to go? And I just put my finger down.
Yeah, you should see Heather's list of remote view places to go. It grows every month, and she can only do one a month, really. But they're fascinating, and we have learned so much from the
And
ones
there
that
are 16 more that I
you've already
haven't.
done.
I've
I'm
only done
sorry.
6. This will be the 6th one, but there are 16 more. And that's without anybody adding more, which I'm sure they will.
White dragon.
Well, I've got his down too.
I know, that's what I mean. I know he gives us he has suggestions too.
Mhm. Okay, so what did
What
everybody
time
have to
do we
say?
have time to read some cards?
Yeah, is that everything? What did everybody say that you highlighted? The
Oh, it was
comment.
just a couple from Lark. He said, calmly embrace the metamorphosis like a nice fuzzy blanket, no fear. I can't, these old glasses, new glasses came in, so I got to make an appointment and get my new glasses.
I
These are
won't
old,
do it
it's
until
hard
after
to
the
read.
first. But that's fine.
And then he says, have you noticed that time seems to be moving faster than you ever thought? Oh, yes, for the last few years, I've noticed that. It's insane.
I don't know if it's because we're getting older or if time is really moving faster. I don't know.
I'm going to tell you about the lost colony of Roanoke, and I'm going to do the research on it. It was one of the first colonies in the U.S., and everybody landed, and I think everything was okay, and then they just disappeared, and everything just totally disappeared, and nobody figured out what happened to them. So that's the basic of it.
Did you read what Dragon said?
Regarding places, you just email me, right, White Dragon. I just add them to the list.
Yeah.
You can copy her on the email, but I'll add them to the list. No worries.
And don't worry, I am planning on getting the Athena. That's one of
I
the
can't wait for you to get to the
closest ones.
Athena.
It's going to be pretty soon. So,
Oh, you should do that next after Rona.
no, I'm not quite ready to do that one next. 'Cause that one's really elaborate.
Well, that's exciting. I'll tell you, aliens. Of course it was. It's always the aliens.
Yeah.
It is always the aliens. Let's read some cards. Who would like some cards read? I'm in the mood. We've got 20 minutes. And let us know if you like this show on this type of information, because I find it fascinating, and I hope you do too. I don't know any more than what you do and what we've researched
And there's so much stuff out there that we don't know. I don't even know how this topic came up, but it was there. So that's what we're doing. Thank you, White Dragon. It's a pleasure.
I love it. Okay, let me know. Amanda, Catherine, who else is here? I think Akila was here. Jenny, Garnet. You guys want cards? Let me know. Thanks, White Dragon. We love these shows too.
We appreciate it.
Oh, we appreciate you being here.
Yes.
Ooh, here's what Laurie's got to say. How you doing, Laurie, fellow dragon? A starseed message today for November through March. We're about to embark on a journey of rapid energy acceleration over the next few months as the energy now suddenly changes into what I call hyperdrive. Interesting. Because I think it's going so fast already.
It's going to go faster.
I mean, this year flew by. How can it be December? I've been in Colorado since April.
Well, the less that happens that's traumatic, the faster the time seems to go for me. If there's something traumatic, it slows it down.
Oh, for
I
sure.
figure it must be
For sure.
my frequency that slows it down, because if it's traumatic, I'm all of a sudden having to address that, and it's not on a high level usually. So I think it's what frequency you're at as to how fast the time's going. That's a personal opinion, guys.
I think you're probably right. I have no earthly idea, but it sounds logical to me. I know when I'm going through the shit that it seems to last forever, even though it's only, a few days, weeks, or whatever.
White Dragon said, "Nah, it's a
Speedy
speedy."
Gonzalez. I wonder how many people know who Speedy Gonzalez was.
You're dating yourselves, ourselves.
I love it. She says the message was from Alexander Quinn Starseed. He has a YouTube channel. Ooh, thanks for sharing that. That's interesting. I'm always looking for somebody new.
Yeah.
Let me write his name down.
And Catherine said she'd like cards.
Let me star her real quick while I'm writing this down. Alexander Quinn.
Yeah, it's where you've seen them, where they've been, but you don't have to see them. Speedy Gonzalez.
I'm going to use Angels of Atlantis. Oh, White Dragons first. Anybody else before I go over to Starred? Okay, numbered. White Dragon is the first.
Okay, I will use my two winter decks, which is one is Hello Winter and the other one doesn't have a name. It looks like that. And then, of course, my Metatron deck.
I wish I had a winter deck. I have to look. I think I do, actually.
Well, I don't want to use the Christmas one till after
I
Thanksgiving.
can't buy anymore. I have this enormous box underneath me full of decks of cards.
I knew I just
cards.
oh my gosh.
And I have new ones. And more coming because I'm Hay House on the Hay House card thing, where they send you cards, basically one deck a month, which I want to save up for our third anniversary so we can do another giveaway. We haven't done a giveaway in a while.
Yeah.
White Dragon cards for White Dragon. What does he need to know? Whoa. Fumble. They're so
easy
big.
to
do. They're big in my hands. As I get older, don't work as well.
Yeah.
You got a little bit arthritic in there, I think. One of those things that happens at Crone's age. Okay, what's that? I've gotten this card for you the last time I read for you. I remember that. Interesting. Gabriel again. Oops. I got this card last week. Interesting. All about balance, my friend.
Do you want me to go ahead while you're finishing getting your last? Okay. Well, the first thing, and this I do actually see you doing, this is nurturing. And you're nurturing those on your ships and all those that are around you, including me. And not necessarily mothering, but nurturing. And that's part of your nurturing is the miracles that you know about. They want you to talk about them. Speak boldly.
Wow.
Talk about what you know is true. So they're saying, you know, there are a bunch of miracles out there. I want you to go ahead and don't be afraid to talk about them. You know they exist. And it's all part of nurturing. You're doing that. So
He's a nurturing, sorted energy anyway.
I know. I know.
You know, he just is. Interesting. I got that Gabriel's balance card again. Which look, Heather, look at it. It has our logo in it.
Yeah.
From Energy, Light, and
The
Information.
old one. Yes.
Our old business. We use the Vitruvian Man. All about balance. And then I got a card I didn't understand really. Gracious receptivity. They want you to really work on your gratitude and focusing on the things that you're grateful for right now, and shifting your thinking from look from a different perspective, so that you can find this balance that Gabriel keeps talking about. So I know you're buddies with Michael, but now you need to get buddies with Gabriel and see what's going on here. And talk to your personal unicorn. She's here to help. What does it say? Your personal unicorn, bathe in pure love. Stay open to unicorn magic. There's a unicorn magic meditation out there. I can't remember her name. I have her unicorn deck somewhere. In fact, that's what this deck is. What is her name? Eek. I'll have to look later. It's really good. I highly recommend it. I'll send you her name. I have your email. Hope that makes sense. Hope that makes sense to you. Ouch. I'm really having trouble with sciatica in my left hip all of a sudden. I think it's cold Colorado air.
I think it's the cold.
Did you get cold in Denver today?
Yes, it got colder. Yeah.
Yeah, it was really bone chilling cold up here.
You know, if you've broken a bone or like your hip, you've had surgery there, that this kind of cold and humidity, for me, it's just right to make everything ache. I don't know if it is for you or not, but it is for me.
I
And
don't know. I'm like, I don't know how long I can live here if I feel like this.
I'm thinking warmer climate might be good.
These bones aren't used to this wicked cold. It's not cold in my house at all.
No.
But man, I step outside to walk the dog, and I've got to have a muffler around my nose. I look like a thief in the night. So bundled up.
Yeah. Okay, so
okay, that's great.
Yes, good. Yeah, I think you told me you were going to get that. That's good. You need that.
A new uniform and an upgraded armor. Cool. Okay, wait a minute. Who are we reading for now? Let me see. Amanda. Hey, Amanda.
Is that it? Yeah, Amanda.
Mm-hmm.
I think.
And then next, Catherine. Okay, Miss Amanda. What's up with you? It's weird hip pain. I had to start riding the bicycle again. I hadn't really been riding it, but maybe a couple of days a week, and then not really that even that. I had to start riding again because my knees got wobbly. It was very weird how fast my knee strength digressed.
Well, my first one says that you're a warrior of light.
Oh, wow.
And that's not a surprise to me. And they want you not to worry, even though you're a warrior and exposed that way, because they're offering you all the protection you can have. They are protecting you. And they are keeping you within their warm embrace and love. So even though you're a warrior, they're there protecting you and loving you. Okay. And that might be not necessarily in this dimension that you are the warrior. Okay. You could be somewhere else, but they're telling you don't worry because they've got your back.
Wow, this is really cool. I don't know if it's Shamuel. Is that how you say it? He's bringing you serenity. It's really nice. Shamuel brings you peace of mind, one of the great angelic gifts. I need to call on him. I need peace of mind. It's from the state of serenity that you can always feel the abundance of the source providing for you as it always will. Serenity means that we offer our challenges to God, for the divine will always bring us resolution in the form of the miraculous. Allow yourself to develop visionary faith in the ideal of serenity instead of blindly following the ego paradigms that led you to challenge. Serenity is our natural state of mind when we yield to grace, and so chant Rama Dasab Sase So hung to bring the elements of your being into the beauty of the serenity experience. Wow, that's beautiful. Sorry, I got off on that one. And then the wow, I don't know what this one is either. Water overflows. Water, the overflow, abundance, non-attachment, the paradigm of no scarcity, which goes along with that serenity, hand in hand with the serenity. Allowing financial and energetic gifts to flow through and create more. The more you use them, the more that come to you. And Heather and I can both tell you that for a fact. You have to exercise your gifts for them to grow.
That's right.
And they grow in miraculous ways, the craziest of ways that you'll never understand. But that's okay.
We're not supposed to.
Not necessarily. But I also got the personal unicorn for you. So just bathe in the love of unicorn love, because they're real and we all they're around us. We all have one, or have been one, or are one. So bathe in pure love and stay open to unicorn magic. I never really thought about unicorn magic before I got this deck. So I did this lady's meditation. Lo and behold, unicorns. Not that I doubt that they existed, I just hadn't experienced a unicorn. Dragons, yes, unicorns, not. But pretty cool, isn't it? Okay, Miss Catherine. Okay, let's see what the angels have to say. I love this angel deck. What do they have to say for Catherine?
Huh. It's unusual that I get a card that I've had already that same night.
Well, that's what happened with the personal unicorn. That was I pulled. That's the second time I pulled it.
2 for 2.
Strange, huh?
Mm.
I always go wonder about that.
Oh my. Okay. Okay. Well, the
Go
card
for it,
that I
girl.
got the second one for the second time, it says that you also are a warrior of light.
Wow.
And the next 2 cards, you must be very powerful because it says you're unstoppable. And it's like a snowball effect. You're on a roll. You just keep going. You can't stop. You're right there. So you must be working really, really well. So that's great. You must be good at it.
I didn't hear what you said. I'm sorry. I was looking to see if there were any other questions.
What I said is that she also is a warrior of light.
Ah!
There you go. And she's unstoppable, and she's like a snowball. When she gets going, she just
I
keeps
don't
going.
bloody believe this.
Just can't stop.
This card came up again. Did I shuffle that deck? Yes. Oh my God. Okay, that's just nuts. Did you go? You did, didn't you?
I did go,
Okay.
yes.
I've got the Archangel Samuel, and this is about new beginnings. Don't be afraid to get out there and try something new, because you are the star warrior. You're a star seer, and you are that warrior that she was talking about. Take the leap. It doesn't mean you physically have to be a warrior. There's energetic warriors.
Pay attention to White Dragon too. He knows what he's talking about.
And definitely listen to White Dragon. He's like our space guru. And once again, like I said, this personal unicorn has come up. And that's telling me it's time for the collective to understand there's unicorns out there, and we all have them. And it's time to open up to that idea, the possibilities, and see what happens. Lovely cards. Lovely cards. Thanks for asking, you guys. Appreciate that you asked for
Cards.
cards, asked for readings. That's wonderful. Okay, I wanted to show one last thing.
Yes.
Okay, I want to know more about that.
Yes. What dimension?
I find that fascinating. We all want to know more about that someday, Garnet. I had a unicorn turn up at my house, said Garnet.
That's cool.
That's pretty interesting. Well, I guess it's
Exactly, White Dragon, but you got good ideas.
hang on, I need to take that down. A guru. I know I wouldn't label anybody a guru, really. That's not fair. I don't look at anybody as a guru. But you are our go-to guy about certain things.
Mm-hmm. You and what's her name? Who used to be on the mountain, but she's moved.
Dr. Gale.
Dr. Gale. Yeah.
Love Dr. Gale. Oh, by the way, you guys, I'm just going to, I have something I wanted to show before we leave. And like I said, Allie Martin will be with us from, I can't remember the name of her channel, Heart and Soul.
Mm-hmm.
Heart and Soul Connected. Is that right? Heart and Soul Connected.
Heart and Soul.
Somebody out there, please put a link to her page, her YouTube page. Allie Martin would appreciate it.
Do you want this read, or are you going to read it?
So, can you please read that?
Yeah. Pluto shifts into Aquarius. Now, this is today, guys. It's one of
This is super important information. I don't normally add stuff like this, but this is important.
This is one of the biggest transits of the decade. Tiny but extremely powerful Pluto, the planet of death and rebirth, and the master of truth and radical transformation, is shifting into Aquarius on November 19th.
Today.
Today. And they're talking about it having been in Capricorn, but if it's the last one, I think it's Pisces. I don't know. Anyway, having been in Capricorn, sign that rules structure since 2008, challenging old misaligned structures and distorted templates. Pluto's once-in-a-lifetime occurrence transitioning into the innovative, revolutionary sign of Aquarius. And that represents the collective consciousness. Starting on March 23rd in 2023, is opening the new era and will continue to reveal the truth and to bring a powerful collective rebirth of alchemizing the collective shadows that need to come to light. Prior to this, the last time Pluto was in Aquarius from 1778 to 1798, a period of
those years.
And it was a period of massive change all over the world. This energy will continue to unfold in the next 20 years, revealing truth and catalyzing powerful shifts to raise the collective consciousness and anchor the new Earth timeline. So it's bringing social change and empowerment, breakthrough changes in science and technology, truth revelations, breakdown of the misaligned systems and structures, and inevitable radical transformation on the personal and collective levels. And it's the collapse of the old timeline anchoring on the new Earth timeline.
It actually sounds rough. It doesn't really sound anything I want to be around for.
I was going to say, you think about the past and you wonder, you know what was happening then, and you're going, we're doing that again?
I know.
Ouch.
I've got one more. And I can't read that either, not with these glasses. If you're able to.
So it's called the Age of Aquarius, and it's a matter of going from the age of Pisces to the age of Aquarius. So we're going from the old paradigm, which is me, to the new paradigm, which is we. We're going from the ego and body and identification to ego and soul activation. Going from separation from others to unity in diversity. We're going from the lack of or scarcity mentality to an abundance mentality. We're going from tribalism, like US versus them, to global community, which is humanity. We're going from hierarchical governance to horizontal to self-governance. So it's not a pyramid, it's flat. Anyway, religious beliefs are going towards spiritual awakening to self. Blind faith is going to intuitive self-knowing. And we're going from God is outside of you to it's the source within you. And we're going to you need an external savior to you're your own savior. And we're going from self-sacrifice, like martyrdom, to self-empowerment. Going rigid family structure to a fluid family group. Traditional sexual roles to fluid, intimate connections. Planetary exploitation is going to planetary sustainability. And we're going from binary or linear thinking to multi-frequental connectivity.
Well, I say keep all of those Age of Aquarius things in your intentions when for new moons and that sort of thing, and getting
When you're
rid of the
manifesting,
old Pisces things for the full moon. I
let
think
them
those
go.
are let all that shit go in the full moon and bring in the other.
In
I
your manifesting.
exactly, exactly. That'd be a great list for that, wouldn't it? Oh, thanks.
I'll have to see what Diana Bowles is excited about.
Okay, Diana and Valerie did a show tonight together to talk about this stuff. And they were on right before I was watching it right before we went live.
Mhm.
And so just go over to Valerie's Illumination portal or I'm not sure what Diana's YouTube channel is. Is it at Oil Painter? OILPNTR? I
I don't know
believe
if
that's what it is.
I know she guests a lot. I don't know if she has one of her
No,
own.
she
She might.
does.
She
She
does,
does.
and it would be Oil Painter. And you should see the latest oil painting she did. It's fantastic.
Oh god, it's incredible, isn't it?
Mhm.
Yeah, she's amazing. Thank you for being here tonight, everybody. I hope you have a great week ahead. Um, keep your vibe up.
Yeah.
Keep that white light shining. Unconditional love and unity consciousness is the only thing we can do right now, and it's important. It's important. We are the light. We don't we don't succumb.
So it must be on, according to Amanda Carroll, Diana wasn't simulcasting. So go to,
Illumination portal
exactly.
at Illumination portal.
Yeah.
And thank you everybody for being here. I would imagine that let's see, like I said, Allie's our guest this weekend, and I imagine next Saturday, not this coming Saturday, the Saturday after, will be Valerie with whatever new moon, full moon, whatever it is. I never remember.
But hang in there, guys. The energies are going bananas. Take care of yourselves.
And you're not crazy. You're not crazy. This chaos it's insane out there. We
Mhm.
love you. Thank you so much for being here, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Until then, take care of yourselves.